they went
All right,
to
here we go.
500,000.
Wow.
Then they went to 500,000 per month.
What?
And I decided to tell them to, I cannot say it because the video is going to be taken off. I decided to tell them to suck my lollipop, and I promised them that I'm going to destroy them.
Wow.
Because for me, money, it's nothing. It's paper. Don't take me wrong. I mean, I like money. I need money to survive.
Yeah, of course.
But for me, money is paper. For me, honor, it's more important than anything else. For me, to live in a world with creative people and good people, it's more important than money.
100%.
I had a chance back when I was in England to go and steal money from cards, like cloning cards. I could have made like 10,000 euros in one day, and I didn't do it. Because I know you take people's money and that's not ethical and that's not good. It's not appropriate behavior. I know people who are doing it, I know people who are doing it a lot of money doing it. And I could have done it, I didn't do it. So for me, money is not something like I live for money, like all these parasites do. These parasites are basically low life. They picked up the most stupid people in the world and they paid them a few pennies to kill the good people of the world. That's what happened with this subcontracting thing, you know? And with Anonymous and with this bullshit decentralization they are talking about, they went even a step further that they made apps. I don't know if you use an Uber app or a Bolt app, like a taxi app.
No, I've never done that myself.
If you use that app, you go on Google Maps on their app and you see where is the nearest taxi. You basically go on the maps, you see taxi here at 5 minutes away, 10 minutes away. You click, you touch the taxi or click, I keep saying click like back in the days before the taxi. You click the taxi and the details pop up, you know? Same thing they did with the targeted individuals. We are a joke to them. We are a joke to kids,
Joke to me.
which is disturbing. I've been in Germany and I've been harassed by kids. I don't know if you believe me or not,
kids are
but basically the kids opened their phone, like they looked on their phone, and I'm working in Germany for years now. I don't speak German, but I understand a little bit. They were like a bunch of kids, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 kids between the age of 8 and 15. They were basically taking the phones and telling to each other, if I say this number, I get this many points. If I say this word, I get this many points.
Sorry.
Basically, one kid was showing to the next kid what they are doing to get points.
They don't even know
And
what
those
the fuck
points
they're doing.
probably, I don't know, they are getting like, I don't know what they are getting.
The people that come into your
Perks.
fucking house know what they're fucking doing.
Gift cards, bitcoins, I don't know, because I just heard them talk. So it's so out of hand and out of control that even if you go on the dark web, you will find websites advertising life-ruining services.
So here we have Letitia says kids have targeted her as well.
Yeah, it's not only that the kids are having access to these types of apps, it's the parents training the kids to do it. Back in Germany, when all this, I think, it started back in the 50s, where all German people are like totally brainwashed by these Jews. I've been to the supermarket and I've been harassed by kids. Basically, was a family with a 4 or 5 years old kid, and the father was telling the kid to say a certain number they are using to harass me. Like all the targeted individuals, like I gave you the example with the phone, have attached to them a certain amount of numbers, words, phrases, and all that kind of stuff. Those are to trigger the people to, used to manipulate the people, used to trigger people, used to control people, used to torment and torture people, like psychologically torture the people. So yeah, this technology is out of hand, and this happened with the intelligence of the intelligence services who subcontracted the work to avoid liability. It's basically out of hand. It's just, it cannot be controlled anymore. Plus, it's illegal because if you would be able to detect it, you say, here, this is my evidence. Look at it. It's happening to you. Do something about it. But they don't have laws, and then they won't allow you to detect it. So how to deal with it? You can't. They're basically hopeless and helpless. You just stay there and just looking at them and allow them to kill you, basically, because that's the end goal of the program, to kill the targeted individuals.
Or at least make
because
the people,
according to
at least make the people think that they're crazy. That, I think, is one of the first things, that when you're being targeted and you're alone and you're being told in every way that that's not possible, people think that they start to get mental breakdowns, think that they're going crazy, and then, like you said, the ultimate goal is for them to kill themselves, or for something to happen where they can blame it on the mental illness instead of the attacks that they've been going through.
Damn right.
I'm really, really glad you brought this up, because, as I said in the beginning, I was going to talk about it. Yes, people are being labeled as mentally ill for
that's only going to fly for so
purposes.
long. Okay.
First, because they make money, like the psychiatric industry is making money. Let me go back. I have here a few notes, and I'm going to read the notes for everybody. So, why does the government allow this to happen? Everyone gets paid to stay away from it, cover it, or be part of it. Psychiatric industry makes money from consultations, like you go to them to talk to them, consultations of the victims, and by creating new mental illnesses. Big Pharma is selling drugs. It's a big, big, big industry. The military-industrial complex is developing and testing new mind control technologies. The police are getting paid to be part and cover it. I personally was in the police station in my home country with my hacked phone, and I've been harassed and sabotaged. I don't know how many people, or if you know about something about internet and about IP addresses and about VPNs. When I went to the police, you know what I've been told? They first tried to convince me that my phone is hacked because I entered my details, my bank card details, on some website. And second, they said to me, they told me to F off in a nice way. They said to me, we are going to take your phone, scan it, test it, and we are going to get stuck at an IP address. Because if an IP address is an international IP address, our police jurisdiction doesn't have power in a different country. So what he was saying is, F off in a nice way. If someone was using an IP address from a different country, they have no jurisdiction, and it's just like, just F off and leave us alone and give up in a nice way. So basically they said, I'm not going to help you.
Yeah, same thing as when bought some cryptocurrencies, and somehow they hacked into the site that I was on. They stole all the money. I woke up and all of it was withdrawn. They even added money to pay for the fees to get my money out because I didn't have any money in there. So they added money into my account to steal my money, and nobody could do anything about it. I contacted the authorities. No, we can't do anything about it. So basically, this technology, because of what you're talking about, other countries and other IP addresses and things like that, it takes away their official jurisdiction, so nothing can really be done to give them plausible deniability, for them to not actually having to do anything about it.
Yes, but let me tell you something else. Do they have jurisdiction to harass me in 40 countries?
Yeah.
Well, it seems like they
have jurisdiction to do that, but they don't have jurisdiction to help me.
Yeah, they don't follow the laws that they tell everybody else that they need to follow.
To help.
It doesn't apply to them.
Yeah, because I've been in about 40 countries. Because I like to travel, like I was born to travel, and I also, when I travel, sometimes I travel doing, a bit of work here and there. So I travel by work, I travel for fun, and I always travel. And I've been harassed in every single country. I've been harassed in Hong Kong, I've been harassed in Singapore, I've been stolen from Singapore. They entered into my rented B&B and stole my plans and everything. I have written on the paper so they can hack my device. And they entered into my home to steal it from the paper because I wrote it on, I made, blueprints and everything on the papers. Just, I say, okay, I'm not doing it on the phone because it can be hacked. I was aware of that. And I made it on the notebook, and I left it home. And by the time I came home, they already washed the floor. So I won't see the footsteps. And when I went to the police in Singapore,